What's up, guys? Boy Benny. Freedom of religion is the cornerstone of life in America. It's why we have a country in the first place, right? People were upset that the Church of England said there's only one church, you can only believe one thing, and people who believed other things broke off other Christians and said, we're going to start our own thing, right? They came here, they're called the Pilgrims, and then a bunch of other people from a bunch of other backgrounds, too numerous to count, come to America in order to live in harmony and in peace, and in order to worship their God or not, right? That's the beauty of America, is that you actually don't have to be forced to do anything. It's kind of awesome here for that reason. But if you're going to be a religion, you have to actually, be a religion. What is a religion? Well, defined by Encyclopedia Britannica, is the worship of God or gods, the belief in a superhuman power, a power that is outside of human control. Well, ladies and gentlemen, well, that would, I guess, assume that religion is the presence of God. But you see, Satanism is the absence of God. In fact, hell itself, as understood and defined, is the total and complete absence of God and his presence in his life. And so Satanism itself cannot be a religion by definition. However, inside of the Iowa State Capitol, there is a Satanic temple of Iowa, Baphomet, meaning a goat head man statue, that has been placed there with the pentagram based on Satanism being defined as a religion in the state of Iowa. This is wrong. Religion, by definition, is the worship of the presence of God or gods. But in the Christian understanding, God, a God, right? In the Jewish understanding, in the Muslim understanding, a God, right? Satan is the absence of that God, and therefore Satanism is not a religion. Nonetheless, the cowards inside of the Republican Party of Iowa allowed a satanic display to be presented quite prominently inside of the State House of Iowa. I'm from Iowa. I know exactly where this is. This is like right kind of in the dead center of the building. Well, this is terrible. But something wonderful has happened where this Satan statue has been beheaded and the entire display has been destroyed, effectively, and shattered and thrown into the garbage. Christian veteran beheaded the satanic statue in the Iowa State Capitol. This man's name is Michael Cassidy. Not all heroes wear capes. Most of them just wear crosses. Is charged with criminal mischief for beheading a satanic statue inside of the Iowa State Capitol. A congressional candidate was charged with criminal mischief for allegedly destroying the satanic temple's display inside the state capitol. Michael Cassidy, 35, was arrested for beheading the controversial statue of the Baphomet, a goat-headed figure that represents Satanism. His defense fund was created for the devout Christian and now has $20,000 in it in just a few hours. This is the man, the myth, and the legend himself right here. He is a veteran, and he tore down the statue of Satan and he beheaded it. I wish to live inside of a country where Christian men tear down statues of Satan. I do not wish to live inside of a country where weak, feeble, fake Christians tell me that I must tolerate statues of Satan in my state house. Government sponsored. No, that's not the country I'm going to live in. Nope. I don't care what your feelings are on this. There is a noble path forward, and then there is a sunken path. And I choose the noble path. U.S. former Navy pilot and congressional candidate has been charged with criminal mischief for destroying a satanic temple display inside the Iowa State Capitol. Michael Cassidy is 35 years old. He was arrested. Iowa State Police confirmed that he will be charged with criminal mischief. How many people that tore down statues of Christopher Columbus were charged with criminal mischief? Christopher Columbus brought Christianity to the New World. By tearing down statues of Christopher Columbus, you are effectively attacking my faith. You are attacking Christians everywhere. You're attacking any Christian on this American continent or around the world. So he was an Italian Christian, and he is credited with bringing Christianity to the New World, and his statue's been torn down in multiple cities across the United States. Will they be charged with hate crimes? Was anyone charged with criminal mischief for that? Or is it just when you tear down a statue of Satan? How completely and totally f***ed is our society? Unbelievable. This man's a hero. Michael Cassidy just beheaded a monument to Satan inside of the Iowa State Capitol, Satanic Temple. Turning Point USA is proud to pledge $10,000 to his legal defense fund. We stand with the Satan Slayer. Michael Cassidy is a devout Christian military officer. Michael just tore down and beheaded the Satan statue. Not all heroes wear capes, but they all wear crosses. The Post-Millennial is saying that the fund to assist the Satan Slayer is popping off now, and that it has raised an enormous amount of money. Death to Satan is what Jack Posobiec says. Cassidy says, I saw this as a blasphemous statue and was outraged. My conscience is held captive to the word of God, not bureaucratic decree, and so I acted. Well done. Cassidy ran for Congress in Mississippi. No word here on if he was like living in Iowa or if he traveled up here just to do this. Display drew outrage with Iowa lawmakers saying, I'm calling for our governor to have this blasphemous display removed immediately based on the grounds that is unconstitutional, offends God, upon whom the state of Iowa depends on blessings. That's exactly right. Satan is the absence of God. It is antithetical to God. It is not a religion. It is the absence of religion. It is not light. It is the absence of light. I am calling for clarity on legislation adopted in accordance with the state constitution that prohibits satanic display in our capital. That's exactly right. And in our public schools. Do you understand what happens next? Cassidy told the Sentinel, this is a publication, a newspaper, that he destroyed the satanic altar to awaken Christians to the anti-Christian acts promoted by our government. Yes. The world may tell Christians to be submissively accept the legitimization of Satan, but none of the founders would have considered government sanction of satanic altars inside of the Capitol buildings as protected by the First Amendment. Anti-Christian values have steadily been mainstreamed more and more in recent decades, and Christians have largely acted like proverbial frog in the pot of water. Correct. Michael Cassidy Legal Defense Funds has launched, ladies and gentlemen, and is where right now? Let's check. It is at nearly $30,000. Its goal was to raise $20,000. Well, boom, shaka laka. Satan was a prolific slave owner, having his statue in the Iowa State Capitol as an affront to African Americans. Well, that's one way to look at it, for certain. I haven't slave owner, right? You'd assume a slave owner, the owner of souls, right? The owner of souls, depending on your understanding of the story of the origin of Satan, right? As a fallen angel who is here to corrupt, kill, and destroy God's good work on this earth. Haven't seen any Democrats defending the satanic ritual altar in the Iowa State Capitol. It's all been Republicans. Really makes you think. That's exactly right. Satanic statues will be smashed. Smash bales. I love this account. Yes. Good job. Smash the statues of Satan. No, nice little idol you got there. Be ashamed if somebody smashed it. Boom. Boom. Yes. Stay and go. Very, very based. This is, if it's free speech to burn an American flag, it's free speech to behead the statue of Satan. Good job. Yes, exactly. I prefer to live in a country where Christian men tear down statues of Satan instead of tolerating true evil. There is no call for tolerance in our Christian Bible. That is a lie that has been given to us by people who hate us. The idea that Christians must be tolerant of all people and tolerant. Christ wasn't tolerant. Christ popped off in the Bible multiple times. He asked for people to be redeemed, to accept that they had a sinful life and they were on the wrong path and sin no more. Christ was not tolerant of sin. He was intolerant of sin and also of desecration of holy places. I'm not sure you'd call a state house a holy place, but you certainly should not be defiling places with statues of Satan. It is quite clear what Christ would have done in this situation, as the man who has torn down many, many statues of Satan, including Satan himself, as you understand the temptations of Christ. facing Satan himself and destroying Satan himself. Do you not think that Christ would have also been here to tear down the statue? Satan has no place in our society and should not be recognized as a religion by the federal government. I'll chip in to contribute to this Veterans Legal Defense Fund, says Ron DeSantis. Good prevails over evil. That's the American spirit. That's the correct take as well. And good on you. Ladies and gentlemen, I would say to Ron DeSantis, who has been endorsed by the governor of Iowa, somebody named Kim Reynolds, that he should call her and tell her that the statue should not be in the state capitol no matter what. Period. You're the governor. Come on. It's my home state, so it stings a bit, this story. I don't want to see my home state tolerate this. Go do what you want. This is state property, right? Like, you're not allowed to like erect a statue of Satan. You know, march around the mall, local mall with your little Satan thing. You know, whatever. Go stand in a parking lot somewhere. I don't want it. I don't like it. But there's plenty of fields in Iowa. There's nothing but fields in Iowa. Just go stand in a field somewhere. You sick freaks. But to allow that inside of the state capitol is a desecration and an embarrassment to the state. God bless Michael Cassidy. I'm going to go donate right now. I think you should too. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay based. Smash bells. See ya.